How's it going? And welcome back to the Marvel Snap deck highlight here on YouTube. If you enjoyed this sort of thing, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm planning to do a few of these a week as my collection grows. I'm able to highlight some more things. Let's go ahead and jump on into today's deck tech, which is a Chavez Jund deck. For those watching that aren't my Magic the Gathering audience, a Jund deck typically refers to a deck that doesn't have any explicit synergies between the cards it is playing, but it contains disruptive elements and individual high quality cards that are just kind of good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, our next namesake here, American Chavez, is a pretty decent on-rate card, so 6-cost card that provides 10 power when you plop it down, and more specifically, it always is drawn on the 6th turn of the game and not before then. So this card kind of ensures that you're going to have curve filler on that last turn of the game that can have a really large impact. This card also has some other repercussions about how consistent the rest of your deck is in the early turns, thanks to how it works. And if you want a little bit more of an in-depth breakdown of how exactly that works and why, be sure to check out my video from yesterday where I go through the mathematics using some probability distributions on Chavez, Domino, and Quicksilver cards that are guaranteed to be in your opening hand or on specific turns. The rest of the deck has some really important disruptive elements. For example, kind of the best deck in the early format metagame right now is definitely the Nova Carnage Destroy deck, and both Armor, which says cards of this location can't be destroyed on both sides, as well as Cosmo here, which stops on reveal effects at his location, give us counterplay to this. If you drop either of these in the location where a Nova is present for the opponent, they are not going to be able to blow that up and power up the rest of the team, making their powerful payoff just be a 1-cost 2-power thing. We also have Enchantress here, which is very good into Devil Dinosaur and other opposing ongoing effects, although you do want to be a little bit careful with this one because she is symmetrical as well the turn she flips up, so you don't want to play her out in a location where we have either, you know, our own Iron Man or our Claw, because she'll stop our ongoing effects as well. At the bottom end of our curve, we've got a smattering of different 1-drops that are decent different spots. Elektra, great utility in the mid to late game to destroy an opposing Ant-Man or other things that are important. And then we have things that we don't mind playing out proactively, such as Agent 13, which draws us a random card that can sometimes be very useful. We've got Iceman, which has a little bit of a disruptive element going on with it. And then Nightcrawler gives you some nice positional advantage that can leave the opponent guessing or slip into some hard to get into spots, giving you an advantage that you wouldn't have if you didn't have a character that could move around. At any rate, I've got 3 games to highlight here today. I'm definitely interested in feedback if you prefer the 3-game highlights like I have today or the 2-game highlights like I've done in the past. I've also adjusted my overlay elements for the gameplay highlight today. I was taking a look at what some other content creators were doing, and I think I like this layout better than my previous videos, but I also love feedback on that in the comment section down below. At any rate, I hope you enjoy it. I'll be back real soon with another deck highlight here on YouTube. Pose, let's battle. Got Iceman and Agent 13 and Nightcrawler on one, just an embarrassment of riches. Easy Iceman on Gumar here. Definitely not snapping back on turn 1, but happy to stay in. Iceman's gonna get double disruptive effects here. There's 2 different cards in their hand, potentially cost 1 more. Only 1 card in the space throne for each player. That's actually pretty good for us too. I guess we'll Nightcrawler left, and then we'll Agent 13, or Nightcrawler right, Agent 13 left, and get 2 cards here. Feeling pretty good about this so far. Let's see where they end up at. Okay, so the Rocket Raccoon gets 2 bigger. Captain Marvel's a really interesting one. So, final turn, move to a location that wins you the game if possible. And we just got it into play for free. They got an Iron Heart. This, honestly, ooh. Elektra is real good there. When this is destroyed, return it to your hand at cost 0. I think I'm just playing Sabretooth on the left here for the sake of using my resources this turn. I'm gonna be kind of choked on spots to play, so we'll play Namor here, and then we'll play this somewhere on 5. I guess we'll have plenty of space. All right, let's do that. Okay, so Wolfsbane gets 2 bigger there. I think I'm going to Namor in the center, and honestly, with the Electra here, I'm feeling pretty good about our chances this game, so I think I'm going to go ahead and snap here before they see that I have Namor for the mid. And Iron Man for the left, honestly. So we draw next turn. Ideally, I think I kind of want to draw a Claw. So if we draw a Claw, that means we almost assuredly win the Space Throne. And then Captain Marvel kind of muddles their stuff. I kind of wish I had one more space. Maybe playing the Saber-Tooth might have been wrong. Just because we're choked for board space because the Space Throne's in the center here. But I'm perhaps trying to figure out if they want to call or not here. Electra clears out our 1-drop, which is actually quite good for us here. So she disables ongoing effects, which there aren't any of for my opponent. So we know we're guaranteed to draw Chavez next turn. So I think between Captain Marvel and Chavez, and honestly even this Electra, we're in a pretty good spot. So the question is, do I want to like Enchantress here? I think I just want to Iron Man left to make their computation convoluted, because the Captain Marvel could move and represent 12 power here. Well, there's merit to Electraing the Raccoon, because the Raccoon is 8 all on its own. What if we Iron Man left, and then we could threaten to Electra plus Enchantress here to like really take down their power? I'm gonna do that actually. Tiger going. Tiger going twice is a little scary. So there's a Chavez. If we KO the Raccoon here, that puts this space down to they've conceded. Yeah, I think we've got him. Because we KO the Raccoon here, and the Captain Marvel, this is a card I'm hoping to open at some point, really makes the math on where your things go pretty convoluted. Because we could, I think this is a game where we just don't play Chavez, and we like Electra here, and then like deploy like an armor over here for extra attack, and then Captain Marvel likely either stays here to win, or if they somehow manage to start winning here, Marvel can slide over to the left where they'll be down 8, so they'll only have 7 here and we'll be on 5. Yeah, sweet game. Alright, Iceman on 1 is great. Ongoing effects are doubled here, but we have Enchantress in the opener this time through, which is great. Iceman mid to start, I think. Or do we do it on the left just to be safe? Yeah, I'm just gonna do it on the left to be safe here, I think. I'm gonna end up with this in the Space Throne or the Bar with No Name. Turn 6, we can move cards to this location. Well, that's pretty good for us. Let's go ahead and play Armor out this turn, and we can play it on the right side, because even if it's somewhere we don't want it to be, New York can pull it out later. This is not an ongoing effect, which is interesting. It's just like static text things happen. It's also not a reveal effect. We'll Cosmo on the left here, and we're currently glowing, so if they play an ongoing or reveal effect, I guess this stops. Where are they most likely to play their reveal effects? I think I want to do it here because I want to lock them out of being able to Nova on the left and right side, I think. I guess it is awkward that Enchantress can't take out the Devil Dino here now. because I'm stopping my own on-reveal effects. Let's Namor on the right. Because we can pull armor out of this location if we want to. Carnage can't destroy anything, so he stays at 2. Now we are going to switch hands on turn 6 because of Mindscape. So we'll go ahead and we'll get Iron Man down here on the left, and then we're guaranteed to draw Chavez next turn still because the swap happens before we draw, which is nice. So our hand is nice and small here. And I think the plan is to try and win right with Namor by sliding armor into New York, and then we can Chavez left to win left. Also, depending on what they do this turn, we can also potentially Chavez mid if we think we have a better chance to win there. We'll see what they do. Iron Man gives us a real chance to beat the Devil Dino, though. Okay, Nova into Moon Girl. So their Collector and their Devil Dino are large. The question is going to be, can I beat a Destroy effect in the center next turn? Because they are going to get to draw a card for the turn. The Devil Dino changing its power each time. They really need to speed this up. There's animation every time it changes, which is super awkward. All right, there's our Chavez that we knew was coming. So yeah, I think the plan is armor to the left, and then unless they drew exactly their card that lets them destroy from their deck, this will go away here. And then if we Chavez here, we should be good to go. Suppose there could be merit, like, how big do we think they're going to be able to get on the left? We know they have an Enchantress from our hand and an Agent 13 and a Scarlet Witch. Their hand's not very good. I could, like, Sentinel here and then, like, play a couple of things mid to try and buffer there for tiebreakers. Nah, I think we just try and win left hard. The question's going to be, well, I guess they have Enchantress to hose Namor on the right, huh? Yeah, that's close. I guess we could lose, right? I'm gonna play Chavez in the middle and plan to try and win here with this and then tie middle. I guess they could win here and here, though. Let's see. It's gonna be close. It can break a couple different ways. Definitely not confident enough to snap. Okay, so there's the Witch. This is Enchantress to turn off my ongoing here. Okay, so we tie here, lose here, and then win the tiebreaker here. Sweet game. The card that swaps our hands back and forth makes for interesting permutations to think through because you really know what they have except for one unknown. Neat one for sure. Hey, Kazul, let's do it. This location is cards with the highest power here is +3 power. So I'm gonna wait to deploy here because if we draw a Namor is pretty likely to win this spot. I'm gonna go ahead and Agent 13 in the center. Could get punished by some things that flip up here, but playing Agent 13 on one is nice. Lets us know what random card we're getting here so we can play appropriately after the fact. Grant cards in hand +2 power, okay. Just gonna go ahead and play Armor down mid, I think. Alright, so the Collector here gets 2 to attack permanently every time a card enters their hand from anywhere other than from their deck. This is just going to be a Cosmo on the right here for us. Turn off on reveal effects, kind of hose anything scary that could come out of X Mansion. With the Collector on the Monster Metropolis, I think it's pretty unlikely that we'll be able to, Agatha starts in your hand and plays your cards for you, okay? So... Oh, does she not play my cards for me? Oh, that's just 6, so I just got a free 13 power there. Well, that seems great for us. I think we want to leave Enchantress towards the end, so they don't know what's going to be happening with this Devil Dino. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and Ant-Man here in the X Mansion. I think I'm going to go ahead and Scarlet Witch left, so they don't know exactly. So this is good to get this down for potential tiebreaker. I guess I should play Iceman here too to disrupt a card in their hand as well. Alright, so Mojo World actually means we're gonna decisively be losing tiebreakers here. But that's also fine, I think. So I think we Enchantress here mid. I guess we can Iceman. We actually might be able to win all 3 paths here now because of Mojo World. So if I Iceman here, then next turn I can Claw middle plus Electra left. I'm gonna snap here. This might chase them off, but if this doesn't, they're definitely not gonna call a snap after we Enchantress their Devil Dinos. Like, this is our last chance to like snap and maybe have them call. All right, they stayed in. Their Collector gets a little bigger. Part of our deck. They could theoretically have drawn our Chavez there, so there's no guarantee we draw Chavez next turn, but I also don't need Chavez here, so that's fine. Yeah, and then actually, with the... Okay, they didn't draw our Chavez. That's good. We can know they don't have a Chavez to play here. I think with this, we actually Claw plus Electra left. And then that'll give us 5 extra power here still. And then Electra's going to KO one of their 1-drops. Then Mojo World means we win here pretty decisively. Good chance we win all 3 spots here, honestly. I guess maybe they win center, despite our giving 5 extra power if they have a big card. But we're definitely winning left and right. All right, yeah. So Iron Man doesn't even actually give them the center. Nice. Okay. Claw's tricky. The old 3-0. Not bad. Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of the video. Remember, if you enjoyed this and you want to see more deck breakdowns here on YouTube, tap that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. I'll see you back again here real soon, hopefully.